Welcome everybody to another episode of The Last Line Show, and this is your host Jonathan Boozer. And today we have the Justice League trailer, and what I want to do for you today is give you a little bit of a trailer breakdown. I am a massive DC and Marvel fanboy. Yes, you can be both. It's allowed. But basically what I want to do is I don't want to react to it. I want to basically just give you a full-on breakdown of what I think are important things to call out about the trailer. Right now it's #1 on trending on YouTube, so it's definitely a huge thing. So to all the people that hate this trailer or hate what the DC Universe is doing with their cinematic movies, in the wise words of the young teenager that jumped into a water full of alligators and got his arm bitten to impress a girl.
Haters gonna hate.
So, here's the trailer breakdown, and let me know what you guys think.
Yeah. We have to be ready. You, me, the others. There's an attack coming from far away.
Not coming, Bruce. It's already here.
Alright, so it looks like probably the first hour will be just uniting the team. Actually uniting the Justice League in general. Now I can't prove that, but being that this is a 3-hour-long movie, and they have to get Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman and tell a little bit of a backstory about everyone, I have a feeling they're going to dedicate probably a full hour of the 3 hours into this. Now I'm interested to know exactly how they know the fight's already here. Wonder Woman just said they're already here, so I'm interested to see exactly what's happening at this point in time that she can firmly say that. Now here we do get another look at the parademons, which are Darkseid's minions, behind the doctor that we actually saw a clip of in Batman vs Superman. This doctor was the doctor that was trying to, I guess, help or fix his son that was kind of torn apart in the background, and we see that the mother box starts forming on him. So I don't know why we see a mother box here, whether this is just a glimpse of before he started experimenting on his son, or if this is after and this is another mother box. I'm not too sure. My theory is that this was after he had saved his son, because I have a feeling that he's going to be punished for using that mother box. Even though he technically didn't use it, it kind of just did it on its own. And might I say, the parademons look incredible.
The others. Where are they?
Arthur Curry, the Aquaman. It's on him.
Now, it looks like between Snyder's comments about Cyborg being the heart of the film, it looks like we're also going to get to see some inner turmoil of Aquaman. I'm just guessing this because of the booze, but in New 52 comics, we do get introduced to him drinking at a bar. He's pretty drunk, he's pretty down on his luck, and he's not too happy with the way things have turned out, or at least he's unsure of his place in the world. I'm also interested to see if he's going to be full-on the Atlantean king, or if he's going to be part human and part Atlantean like he is often in the comics. He's kind of torn between Atlantis and the world above the sea and trying to find his place in the world.
Organic and biomechatronic body parts. He's a cyborg.
You should probably move.
Also, Cyborg is going to be love or hate. Personally, I love it. It looks like something that can be changed into anything. It looks very malleable. In the comics, there's a lot of blocked and smooth designs so that the artists don't lose their minds drawing him from page to page. But honestly, in the comics, it doesn't really look like his arm can turn into a cannon and then turn into a different cannon, and then his back can pop out jetpacks. It doesn't really look like that in the comics. Obviously, they draw it, but it doesn't look like, if you look at his design, anything can really change, just because of the way that it's drawn to make it easier for them. But in this design, there's a lot of crazy, jagged edges and what looks like movable parts, kind of Transformers-esque. But this actually works because in the Transformers movies, whether you love or hate them, everything does look like they can move and transform into other things. And as for his face and the CG effects, honestly, this is going to be a love or hate. I think it's going to be the best that it can be. It's going to be pretty difficult, no matter how good the CG is, to have a skin face and a metallic body surrounding it. It's just going to look off to our eyes because none of us are used to seeing that on a regular basis moving. It might get into the uncanny valley where it looks really off and kind of unsettling, but I'm not too sure. I think we just gotta wait till we see it in film.
Barry Allen.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me. You're the Batman?
Now, I don't care who you are. Batman swooping in with the grappling hook and taking out a parademon is beautiful. Now, it's no surprise that this movie is going to be stunning because Zack Snyder himself has always been good at delivering stunning visuals. Obviously, people are worried about the story and if the story is going to be there.
He said the Age of Heroes would never come again.
I do have to chime in here on Barry Allen. It looks like he's clearly amazed standing next to Wonder Woman or possibly Superman because it looks like he's looking upwards and Wonder Woman's not that tall. But he looks amazed to be around these characters. And honestly, that reminds me of, because in the comics he is kind of younger than most of the other characters except for maybe Cyborg. But, he's just amazed to be around these people. A lot of people are weary whether he's going to be too silly or too goofy, but honestly, he's a nerd in the comics. He's a nerd in the TV series with Grant. Honestly, he's a little too serious, but I absolutely love Grant and his Flash version on the TV show. So I really hope we get two amazing Flashes. We already have a great Flash on TV. I'm hoping we get a great Flash in the movies, and it looks like we're going to get it. And yes, people, we can have two really good Flashes. There doesn't have to be one. This isn't Highlander.
It has to.
I can't even. This is just perfection. Alright, let it out, people. We know that any character here on out with a helmet and a glowing chest is Iron Man to you. Get it out before you see the movie so you're not distracted, because this is not Iron Man and they are not stealing Iron Man's design. There are a lot of characters with glowing chests and metal bodies. It just so happens that Iron Man has been fantastic, but no. This design is not stealing from Iron Man. This is very much from the comics. So, let it out, people. And honestly, this scene looks dope. Whether he's flying into our upper atmosphere or straight up space, I can't wait to see what happens here. Now, I was very curious to see how they would do Flash's Speed Force effects. We do get to see his effects kind of in the TV series with Grant, and it's kind of just lightning a little bit, and you can definitely see him running. I like the idea of this where it kind of looks like he's traveling through the Speed Force. You definitely see lightning shattering everywhere, which I absolutely love because the Speed Force is an incredible force. And I do like the idea that he just kind of pops in and out of nowhere because he's moving that fast you can't even really see his movements, which I absolutely love. I've been waiting for that to kind of happen because we usually only get to see that in usually like the animated series and the comics. So I'm glad to see they're really showing how fast he is. Now, we do get a couple slow-mo moments. I hope that's few and far between just to see his perspective because, in the comics, we do often get to see exactly what the world looks like through his eyes because of how fast he is. Everything just feels so slow. So I'm really excited. This honestly looks visually impressive, and it looks like it just makes sense overall. So I can't wait to see this more in action, especially in fighting scenes.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
Valid point.
One thing I can tell you is you got to be free.
My turn.
Come together.
Bat tank that can climb. Huh. I really think that Mera and Atlantis is going to be one of the most incredible parts of this movie. Kind of like Krypton in Man of Steel. It was just a beautiful moment, and I kept wishing there was more. I really do believe that this is going to be fantastic. Even if this is only for a short time, I have a feeling this is going to look great and give a real feel to Aquaman, kind of giving us a nice little tease for eventually Aquaman's solo movie. I have a feeling most of the scenes in Atlantis will be introducing us to Aquaman and also him kind of probably fighting between helping the people on dry land and helping Batman and whatnot and deciding to leave Atlantis to help out. Because obviously that's a big thing for the king to leave his kingdom. And so far, it also looks like we're going to get to see Aquaman's strength. And that makes me extremely happy, as I think it's long overdue to give him some props. People who actually read Aquaman comics, you get me on this. I'm glad to see they're working in Barry's dad as well, just like we do in the CW series. It brings a lot of heart to the character, and you really do get to feel what he's dealing with, especially with the comparison with Batman, whose parents are dead. You have Barry Allen, who's a superhero who lost his mother and still has his father, who's been basically imprisoned wrongfully. So you definitely have a lot of parallels between the Flash and Batman that they can kind of relate on some things. And here's a big sequence that looks like to me to be the Amazons from Themyscira and Darkseid's parademons. Now, I believe this is simply just a flashback, maybe Wonder Woman telling the group that her people have faced this enemy before. I'm interested to see if it was just the Amazons or if the Atlanteans and the humans are actually part of this battle as well. Kind of like the three kingdoms uniting over one similar goal and then kind of going their separate ways. I have a feeling it's just going to be the Amazons versus them, but that's just a theory of mine. But I think it'll be very cool to see the Atlanteans, the Themyscirans, and the humans all coming together to fight this one enemy. I'm very interested to see what they did. Personally, I only could see from this clip the Themyscirans.
Shall we?
It's good to see you playing well with others again. Just like a bat. I dig it.
Maybe temporary.
Here we finally get Commissioner Gordon. Now, I do wish he could pick back up the mantle of J. Jonah Jameson, but I am happy to see him be a Commissioner Gordon. He honestly really looks the part, and almost all reports say his role is extremely small, but I think we've just been waiting to see this, and I think we needed to see this. Now, here he mentions the Batman that he's happy to see that he's playing well with others again. Now, obviously, that's probably referencing to him and the Bat family, like Robins and Batgirl, or other characters in general, because Commissioner Gordon's been around for all of it. You know, he's always been that kind of sidekick in his own right. So I'm very interested to see the relationship that they have and how tight they are. Or not tight they are. Who knows? And it definitely looks like Batman and Aquaman are not going to get along. They do butt heads in the comics a lot. So with these two characters, both brooding, both massive, obviously one has superpowers, one doesn't, I'm interested to see how they interact with each other. Alright guys, so that was my breakdown. I'd love to know what you guys think about the trailer. Personally, I think that there's going to be a lot of love in this movie. I think the big thing that everyone's worried about is the story. I don't think it's any surprise that it's going to be a beautiful movie. It's going to feel like the comics have come to life. Zack Snyder is definitely great at that, giving us a visual spectacle. But personally, I feel that this has a lot of chance, and I feel like this is going to be a great movie no matter what. Me personally, I've liked the movies that have come out. I know they have flaws, but I have no reason to hate this movie or to not give it a shot. So again, love to know what you guys think. Leave a comment, and again, for all you fans that love the DC Cinematic Universe so far, and for all you people that don't hate the DC Cinematic Universe, I'm there with you. So keep being nerds and keep defending the nerd things that we love.